What is going on, everybody? My name is Andre, and welcome back to the second episode of the AFC Bournemouth Football Manager Save. Now, since I last left you guys, I played, I'm pretty sure, 4 matches. Now, we are going on an incredible run with this team right now. I cannot express how good we are playing. We are dominating every single match. This game versus Burnley it didn't look too good for us at the beginning. We go 1-0 up, Jack Wilshere 3-1, and then Sam Vokes ties it. We're not looking good, and I bring on Callum Wilson, 62nd minute for Benicophobe, and he changed the game. Scored 2 goals, 76th minute, 86th minute, and these were the goals. And I was just happy with the boys, come back. What a goal by Jack Wilshere. I went crazy when this goal happened. What a nice goal. A textbook goal. Cross from the right side. Exactly what I want to see. Now, this play right here, we lose the ball. Andre Gray gets it. And Courtney House takes it away. But I'm pretty sure if I remember, Lewis Cook loses the ball. Gives it to Andre Gray. Sam Vokes just tucks it away. And this goal irritated me a lot. It all started off from a mistake from Lewis Cook, and I was not happy. And then I went to the halftime, tell him I was not happy with the performance, and I sub on Callum Wilson, and this happens. 2-1 up, and I'm like, let's go. What am I going to do? Am I going to counter, or am I going to go forward more? He's like, we gotta go, we gotta push to the third. So what happened? 85th minute, we get the ball, Callum Wilson tucks it into the bottom left corner, and that was all she wrote, and we beat Burnley 3-1 at the Turf Moor. Now, the next game I played was against Nottingham Forest in the EFL Cup. Now, I decided to start I guess you could call it a weakened side versus them. Not exactly our starting lineup. And I started Anna Federici in goal, backline of Adam Smith, Nathan Aki, Courtney House, Charlie Daniels is not normally our backline, only Courtney House. In the middle, the only change was Dan Gosling, and the front three were all different. And Josh King just put a very, very, very good performance for us in this game. And he came out of nowhere because his suitability to play striker is not as good as it is winger. But, I was like, I'm going to give him a try. He's a very good player. I believe he's going to do good stuff for us. And what happens? He scores this worldie for the first goal in the EFL Cup. And this set the tone for the rest of the 2 games in the episode, because after this, Josh King has been on an outstanding form. Absolute outstanding form. You'll see in the next match, he scored a poker, 4 goals. And he's beginning to start up top with Benicophobe. That is my thought, as we are going to play Manchester United and Arsenal in this episode. With Callum Wilson off the bench and Nicky Wells. Most likely, Callum Wilson off the bench. Last goal could have been a Josh King hat-trick, but the guy for Nottingham Forest put it away for an own goal. And then against Swansea, we went out for the kill, and we absolutely murdered them. So our normal starting 11, just put Josh King up top instead of Callum Wilson, and my God, was that a good decision by me. We start off the game here, and Simon Francis crosses in, Benicophobe 1-0. I was like, great, but I was a little worried because Swansea are a good team, and then we just started scoring goal after goal, and Josh King, and then he does the same thing that he did against Nottingham Forest, and it just set the tone for the rest of the match for him. Notice, most of our goals come from this right side, and I'm here to notice that Simon Francis is a huge piece of this team. And I don't know if it's because he's older, he's a veteran, he has the will to want, and almost everything is creating from this side. And as you can see, Josh King scores the second of the game to put us 3-0 up against Swansea. Now, when this goal happened for Swansea, I was not particularly happy. They countered us very well, completely exposed us, and uh, Lewis Cook gets on the ball here, and again, Lewis Cook is the reason we concede a goal. And the fact that he's getting dispossessed in the middle, I may have to begin training him or tutoring him better, because it's 2 games in a row now. 2 goals come because of his mistake. And Josh King gives it Benica Phobie. Benica Phobie's going to cross it in. Josh King, 4-1. And I went to halftime report. I was really happy with the boys. I thought we were flying at this point. And 52nd minute, pick of the ball. And Josh King already has a hat-trick at this point, I'm pretty sure. And what does he go on to do? He's going to go on to score 4 goals. Now, if I had never started him against Nottingham Forest, I would have never figured this out. And I think it was a managerial genius move to start Josh King. And my God, did it pay off. Now, our next game was against Stoke. And this, I knew going into this game was going to be the toughest game of the season so far for us. And it was very, very difficult. Went with the same starting lineup that I did against Swansea. I noticed something during this game that particularly stood out to me, and that was Andrew Sermon's form. Got a 6.3 rating. He has been doing very well this season, and against Manchester United in this episode, I think I'm going to start Dan Gosling. Simply because Sermon just needs a spell out of the team. He's not playing very good right now, and I think that'll recapture his form. As you see, we go 1-0 up versus Stoke, and at this point I was like, this is working. We're doing amazing. And then in this first half, I don't know what happened to our defense, what happened to the boys after we scored, but it all fell apart. Everything. Here we go. Now it's 1-1. I wasn't very happy with the score when it was scored, because it was very poor defending. We didn't stay with our men, and it's like, okay, fine. Now, the Stoke second goal, we just got exposed. Our wings got exposed, and again, a same exact goal as they scored as their first goal. And going into halftime, 3-1 down, I was not upset. I'm sorry. I was very upset with the boys. It all fell apart once we scored. It was almost as if we fell asleep. And then, once the second half came about, our luck started to turn around for us. Now, right before the first half ended, Josh King puts it away. 3 games in a row that he scored now. Now, 88th minute, we're losing. I sub on Dan Gosling, and what does he do? He scores a worldie to tie the game, and that is my reason for starting him against Manchester United today. Now, since I last left you guys, I did make a couple of signings because the transfer window is now over. Now, I brought in Frank Sambo Anguissa. Now, he's a ball-winning midfielder, plays center mid, 20 years old, and I bought him for the purpose that he's a young player, he's going to develop, and we need more players in the center mid role because simply we don't have enough. And this will be a perfect season for him to develop as a young player. Now, and I made 2 other signings since I last left you, which another one was Raul Bellanova, right back for AC Milan with amazing potential. You see all those green arrows. My chief scout recommended him to me, and what a signing he was. I signed from AC Milan, and I approached the sign on him. Didn't even have to pay AC Milan, only some compensation fee. I was very happy with the deal. And the last transfer I made was Brahim Konate, another center midfielder with potential, that's young. I want to build for the future with this team. That is my goal with this team. Now, today we're going to have 2 games away. The first game is away at Manchester United in the Premier League, and since we beat Nottingham Forest in the first round of the EFL Cup, we are playing away at Arsenal in the next round. That game will also be in this episode, so we are in for a treat. Now, I hope that we can come out with 3 points against Manchester United and a win against Arsenal. Now, my tactics for this game are back back line of Arthur Borch and Simone Francis, Steve Cook, Courtney House, Tyrone Mings. Tyrone Mings is going to be out for 7 to 8 weeks. I gave him an injection just for this game. I need him to play against Manchester United. Middle three of Harry Arter, Lewis Cook, Dan Gosling coming in for Andrew Sermon, who's not been amazing recently. Jack Wilshere starts the number 10 role, playing amazing for me. And then the two up top, Benica Phobia and Josh King, who's in the form of his life right now. My subs, Callum Wilson, Charlie Daniels, Andrew Sermon, Ronaldinho Gaúcho, Nicky Wells, Adam Federici, and Adam Smith. Here we go into this game. Now, it's going to be a very difficult game. I already know it's going to be very difficult. Okay, here we go. Manchester United starting with a 4-4-1-1. Back line of Luke Shaw, Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, Matteo Darmian. In the middle, Anthony Martial, Paul Pogba, Hunter Herrera, and on the right, Henrik Mkhitaryan. In the 10 role, Juan Mata, and up top, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Now, I'm hoping that we can keep Zlatan closed down the whole game. I do not want him getting on the ball. Now, I'm going to tell the team that I want them to give the fans a performance to cheer about, because that just gets the guys motivated for this game. Alright, so without further ado, here we go. Away at Manchester United. Come on, lads. Now, off camera, I did play a few games, and I was particularly impressed with our possession stat. We have been keeping possession very, very well this season, and it's been happy days for us. We've been flying recently. Let's see if we can get this ball. Oh, that was poor in the midfield by us. Goes down Martial. Cannot close him down. Zlatan Ibrahimovic puts Manchester United 1-0 up. Poor piece of communication in the middle between the boys. They just kicked it in between each other. Manchester United go 1-0 up at Old Trafford. The boys haven't settled into the match, that's what I believe. Slotted through, and he's never going to miss that. Arthur Borch did all that he could, but it wasn't enough. Alright, I believe that the boys are going to recover. Come on, we got to get this ball out. Got to get this ball out. It's 2-0 Manchester United. It has gone from bad to worse for us. Boys have not settled into this game. We have less possession. Not taking control of this game like I want us to. Benica Phobia, Josh King. Let's see if this can be an attacking highlight for us. Tyrone Mings puts the cross in. Josh King. And we scored. David De Gea, an own goal. Josh King put pressure on David De Gea. Tyrone Mings, good cross. Josh King. And De Gea goes to pick up the ball, and it goes into his own net. We put one back, and right before halftime. I'm happy with that. I'm going to tell the boys that they've been unlucky, simply because I cannot have them be upset right now against Manchester United away. I believe. Come on, boys, we're going to score an equalizer in this half. I believe that. But we got to get this possession. I don't like the fact that Manchester United has more possession than us. We play a control tactic for a reason. And Manchester United, right on cue, score their third. We have been very poor today. Very poor. Zlatan just tucks it away. Nothing we can do about that. Oh, man. Misery compiler. 4-1 Manchester United. And it's just not very good from us right now. Not very good. Poor. We've been very poor. Someone like Steve Cook. Very poor. Josh King coming off. Atrocious performance from you right now. 6.3 rating. Not very good at all. I don't think that we have the ability to bring it back. And it upsets me right now that we just got dominated by Manchester United. We just got pushed around by a big boy's side. And It's just poor from the lads. Very poor. I don't want them to score fifth, boys. Come on, defend, defend, defend. Okay. Not the best start to the episode that we wanted. Though we do hit the crossbar. Could have been 4-2, would have made the result a little bearable, but overall, we just had a terrible game. And you can see right here, proves my point. Everything that we try to do today has just been poor. We lose 4-1 against Manchester United I am far from pleased from what I saw from this team. And we dropped down to third place. A very, very poor game from us. I don't know. Do we give Tyrone Mings the injection? I'm going to leave it to the physio. I don't want him to get injured for longer than he has to. That was a reality check for us. We've been very good in the Premier League, but that game against Manchester United gave us a bit of a reality check. I'm looking forward to this game against Arsenal. This will be a game where, if we can win, I believe we can go far in the EFL Cup if we win this game. Now, I am thinking about going with maybe a bit of a reserve side because of that Manchester United game. I'm not happy with a few of the players, especially when I put Andrew Sermon back in there. Maybe he was the key to stability in our team. Dan Gosling will come out. I will also put a starting strike force of Callum Wilson and Nicky Wells. Get them both back on their feet and on form. Ever since that goal in the first episode, Nicky Wells has been particularly poor. Hasn't scored a goal since. I brought him on once, and I'm just looking for a bit of a bounce back from him. As we can see here, a bit of an upset for Everton, losing 3-1 to Bristol City. That is very surprising. But the EFL Cup is a good chance for me to try a bunch of things out, and I believe that we have a chance against Arsenal. It's been a very, very tough episode for us. I knew it was going to be. I hope we can get a win against Arsenal to turn back what happened. Tyrone Mings definitely hurt up, and I did not realize that Jack Wilshere cannot play this game. That is not a good thing for us. Jack Wilshere is the key of this team. Alright, well, I'm going to start Ronaldinho because I believe that he can bring in some of the same aspects that Jack Wilshere can. Now, we're going to bring... No, actually, we're going to put Dan Gosling in that role, and we're going to bring in Andrew Sermon for Lewis Cook, who's been particularly poor. Keeps losing the ball in the midfield and not impressing me at all. Alright, but this is going to be our lineup going into this game. I believe that the boys have a big chance in this game. Even though they don't give us the odds, they're starting a very weakened side. We need to exploit that. I want us to get a win. Let's go. I expect to see a much better performance tonight from the lads. Here we go against Arsenal at the Emirates. I believe in the boys. I believe in the boys that are blue. Alright, start off here. I really want this game to go well for us. If we go through this round of the EFL Cup, we get some money, our reputation gets higher, the team gets more worldwide, and more players will want to come to the club. So, we need to be winning competitions. I want to win one of the 3 big trophies in England this year. The EFL Cup, the FA Cup, or the Premier League. Now, I know the most unrealistic one is the Premier League and the FA Cup. So, a tournament like the EFL Cup, I want us to go far. And as I say that, Ronaldinho goes in and hits the post. I like to see him in that role. I want to see him play an entire game there. I want to see if he can replicate some of the stuff that Jack Wilshere has been doing in that role. As you can see, we have been leading in possession. I can be happy with the boys. Dan Gosling having a particularly poor game. We're going to bring on Lewis Cook in that role. Now, I believe that if we score, we become the favorites. Now, it's very weak inside from Arsenal. I want to see us exploit that, especially that midfield, that attacking. Attacking too for Arsenal is particularly poor. Not Premier League, not Premier League status, and it's a huge game for us. If we can get a win against Arsenal, it'll completely boost up the morale after that Manchester United loss. That was a tough loss for the boys to take. Now, I'm going to take off Callum Wilson here, bring on Benica Phobie. He's not having a particularly great game, 6.5 rating. I want to see if Benica Phobie can come on, bring in some energy, some pace into our offense that we just seem to be missing today. Now, we're going to go into extra time here. 1 goal is enough. I believe that. Let's tell the boys that I believe in them. I do believe in them. You know, it's a very, very young core of players here, but such good potential. You gotta motivate them and encourage them. You can't put them down. You're just gonna get bad ratings. Here we go. The substitute Benica Phobie on the ball. Simone Francis. Francis gets tackled. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Close him down. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. We've been dominating them this game. Absolutely dominating them. Theo Walcott puts it away. It's been a very poor episode from us. Very poor. Great finish from Walcott. Nothing I can do about that. Nicky Wells having a very poor performance. Ever since that first game, he has not been doing very good, and raising the question a little bit of if he can back up our squad. Let's see if we can change something in the second half of overtime. We've been very poor today. Against Manchester United, we were poor. We're poor here. I'll be very upset with the boys if we don't score a goal here. Here, as I say that, Ronaldinho gets on the ball, gives it to Josh King. Josh King, energy, but just not enough. It's just not enough. And I think against all of our wishes, this game is not going to go the way we want it to go. Oh, I may have spoken too soon. Ronaldinho to Benica Phobie. We tie it in the 117th minute. Benica Phobie puts it away, and we tie it 1-1 at the Emirates. What a goal on his weak foot, all the way in the top corner. Puts it past David Ospina, and we're going to go into a penalty shootout. This is going to be a very, very, very tough game. Oh, Steve Cook almost puts it away in the 120th minute. Hits the crossbar. But we are going into overtime, and we need to exploit the fact that David Ospina is hurt right now. We're looking from the boys to do very well here. We're going to go with Lewis Cook, then Josh King, then we're going to go Simon Francis, Arthur Boric, and Steve Cook. Arthur Boric for them too. He's got better penalties. I mean, he's got better composure. No, I'm going to put him lower. Here we go, boys. Into the penalty shootout versus Arsenal. Couldn't ask for anything else. Ronaldinho misses the first penalty. It's not the way we want to start off the penalty shootout. Gideon Salalem, and that was just poor. Let's see if we can get behind the goal here. Watch these penalties. Charlie Daniels. It's saved. 2 penalties missed, my 2 best penalty takers, and they scored 2 already. We came back once. We came back in this game once already. Harry Arter puts it away, but I need a save right now. Against Granit Xhaka, he puts it away. We miss here, we lose. We came all the way back to tie it, but unless he comes up huge here. Theo Walcott misses a penalty. Benica Phobie steps up, puts it away. All on the shoulders of Arthur Boric versus Alex Iwobi. He saves it. What a save. We're going in momentum. Lewis Cook puts it away in the corner. Let's go. Let's see if Boric can make it 3 of 3. And Bola for Arsenal puts it away. This has become a very interesting game. Josh King puts it away in the corner. What a penalty. Borch versus Debussy. Debussy puts it away. Borch arguably could have gotten there. Courtney House puts it away. Brilliant penalty from the young English lad. And Rob Holding misses. And Arthur Borch saves it. And we beat Arsenal in penalties. What a game. That was really special, boys. And that is going to round off a crazy episode. We lost versus Manchester United, but we came back against Arsenal, scored in the 118th minute, and that was just a great penalty shootout, coming from behind twice in the game, during the game, and in the penalty shootout. That's all from me. I will come back most likely against either Chelsea or Arsenal, depending on how these two games go. But that is enough for me. Subscribe, like. I'll see you guys next time.